Hey gods and goddesses, I always say don't be out here calling yourself a Cancer sun if you have not looked at the rest of your birth chart. The sun is who we are when we're lit up from the inside out. So if you're going to rep your sun sign Cancer, at least know what it really means. The sun is the sovereign light within. This is the internal self that goes beyond personality. Though it does describe different characteristic codes that we hold within us and also traits that we hold within us as well. And, it represents this core essence of who we are becoming in this lifetime. This is the radiant intelligence that shapes and guides and contributes to your evolution. And the sun can be seen as ego, it can be seen as confidence, it can be seen as your will, your career, in describing the sun in astrology, but it is where you're asked to fully express, fully awaken your divine mentality and to fully stand in your creative power. It is the heartbeat of your purpose and illuminates the path of your life, bringing it to alignment with this greater design. It is the divine center of your being, the radiant source of your life energy and where it actually flows from. It represents a part of you that becomes conscious or that is becoming conscious, and not just about who you are, but who you are meant to become. The sun is your sacred mission encoded in light, and it shines in your chart like the heart of a star, guiding you to live with intention, purpose, presence, noble awareness, self-realization, integrity. And this is an inner flame that never actually dims, even when we are overwhelmed by emotion, confusion, fear. There's still a spark within us, and it speaks to our noble path. It speaks to our self, the self center. It speaks to self realization, self understanding. And this is the journey that really helps us learn to wield our personal will and the act of serving our soul. And the sun, it carries this intelligence about vitality, where you must lead, where you must awaken, where you must create, where you must contribute to this unique frequency of this world. And to follow the path of the sun is to honor your divine timing of your becoming. It is the lifelong journey of your higher nature unfolding, your creative essence, your sacred presence. And the sun reveals a different facet in different parts of our life. There's a different lesson on how we embody the truth, how we act with integrity, how we act with confidence, and walking in your path of fire. This is your spirit. This is the light that is within your eyes. To have your sun in Cancer is to deeply be intuitive, emotional, and then profoundly connected to your home and family life. Your soul has chose to come here to you have chose to come here and arrive with this heart that is wide open to nurture, to protect, to remember the roots that ground all of us. And you are the guardian of this emotional safety, this emotional memory as well, this ancestral memory, and holding space for others even when your own feelings are running deep and wild and rapid. The relationship to your father or masculine figures could carry this emotional weight, and you may see your father as a protector, as a provider, and sometimes an emotional puzzle. This relationship shapes your sensitivity and your longing for security, but can also involve these complex feelings of love, of what protection is, and sometimes wounds you from an emotional standpoint, where that promotes this like emotional abandonment and emotional misunderstanding, even this emotional absence. In family and authority, you can value loyalty, you value tradition, you value these ancestral teachings and traits and this emotional bond above everything else. You are deeply protective and you know possessive sometimes of your loved ones. You really stand up for your loved ones, or you like to create these safe havens where people can be fully understood, they can fully love, or they can fully feel loved. You may sometimes struggle with boundaries and become overprotective in those that you do care for. When Cancer suns are in love. They are deeply loyal. They are deeply nurturing. They are intuitively connected to their partners, and they seek this emotional depth and security, and they offer this unwavering support to those that they do love. You can be sensitive, right? And you can also withdraw if you feel vulnerable or hurt easily. Remember that Cancer is ruled by the moon, right? But to have your sun in Cancer, your heart is always yearning for connection, for safety, and your greatest strengths are being empathy. Being empathetic, being loyal, having this emotional intelligence or wisdom. Your challenges can include moodiness. It can include sensitivities to others' criticism. Sometimes retreating into these shells or into these bad habits in order to protect yourself. But you don't know you're going into bad habits, but it becomes like this ancestral safe place that eventually turns up as a wound. And in relationships and even actually friendships and work and things of that nature, you're really caring and you have this supportive presence. If you are a Cancer sun and you offer this playful, you can offer a playful role, but it has to be in a healing and a nurturing dynamic. You really thrive in environments where you can contribute emotionally and you can create this harmony between, sacred space. Your safety, the way that you feel safe, and actually you need to feel safe emotionally before physically, right? But emotionally, your need for safety and acceptance is like top notch, because your greatest fear can be like feeling abandoned, this emotional pain, these emotional triggers. And when you embrace your vulnerability as a source of strength, you become the beacon of compassion, of compassionate love, and of deep understanding. With a Cancer sun, you carry the codes of this emotional intelligence, this generational healing, the sacred memory, and you are here to protect the inner child. You are here to protect yourself and others and the collective. You incarnated to show us how to deeply feel and love loyally, and to hold spaces when people forget how to. And your sensitivity is not a weakness. This is medicine that you came here to actually share, to heal, to heal others. And you become this beacon of sacred love, sacred memory, and you hold ancestral memory in which you must awaken and live by. And you must not abandon yourself. You must become the source of emotional and sensible strength. If this video was helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.